Hello all, welcome to another quick learning. Today we're going back to the database SQL coding exercises on CodeSignal. If you're joining this in the middle of the playlist and you want to start from the beginning, I'll put a link in the description below so you can start with the first video. Otherwise I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go to the arcade. I'm going to go to databases. And then we're on the last one of this section here, selecting what to select. And then we were number 68. So yesterday you wrote down the links for some resources that you are going to use as references in your academic paper. And now you want to sort them. You didn't bother to write down the entire link for any of them, so all you have is a bunch of unique host names. You store the information about these host names in the table hostnames, which has a structure ID and a host name. Each host name contains several domains and can be written in the format hostname equals domain1.domain2. Etc. To sort the host names, you've decided the host name A should go before host name B, and the sorted list, if it's reverse list of domains, is it's basically alphabetical, lexicographical, I don't know, a little bit than the reverse list of B's domains. So let's just show you what that means first. So they're looking at this and they're saying the domains are separated by these periods. So you've got com, you have MySQL, and you have Workbench are all different domains. And they want to sort them first by the last domain, and then sort it by the second to last domain, and then the third to last if there is one. Okay. Given the table host names, build the resulting table as follows. The table should contain columns ID and host name, and its values should be ordered as described above. It's guaranteed that all the host names are different and that there are no more than 3 domains in each host name. Okay. So basically this is the sorting they want to do, and how it's going to happen is first you're going to look at this last domain and sort first by that. So there's only one that's different, which is the info. Since info comes after com, that's going to be the last one in the list. You can see that. And then they're going to look at the second to last domain and sort the ones that have the com at the end of them. So you'll see that CodeSignal is the first one. So that's codesignal.com. So this CodeSignal comes before MySQL, it comes before Slack, it comes before SoloLearn, and it becomes before MySQL again. And then you can see there's 2 of them with this MySQL. So we go to the third domain, which is dev here and workbench here. So dev comes before workbench, and so on down the list. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, from the output, we just want ID and hostname. So we just select that from the hostnames table. And then we do this logic here to group and order them. So I think it's easier to see how this works if I put this in the select statement and just show you what it outputs. So we'll just call this domain string. So this substring index is going to take this string that we're giving it, which is a concatenation of 3 dots. The reason we're doing 3 dots is to make sure that everything has at least 3 dots. You can see there's only 1 here, and then there's 2 here, so it doesn't give us errors when we try to do this. And then it's appending the host name after that. So basically what it's doing, if we look at this codesignal.com, it's going to put ... and it's going to put codesignal.com. And then this part of it says it's going to look for a period, and then it's going to look for beginning at the far right here. It's going to look for the first one that you find when you go to the left. That's what the negative means. If it was just 1, it would go from the left and look for the first one that it encounters going right. So in this case, you can see that's this period here, dot, whatever you want to call it. And so it would extract what's to the right of that, which is com. Here it's also com all these are com except for this ID 4, which is info. So that's that first section here. I'll just expand this a little bit. So you can see it's com, and info. So it's first going to sort by that first section there. And then it's going to do the same thing. Well, it's going to put a space first. So it's concatenating these together. It's going to put a space, so you can see that's where this space is here between the com or info and the next part. And instead of looking for the first one, first dot or period, it's going to look for the second one. So in this case, it's going to find this whole thing because we've added 3 dots, remember, to the beginning of this before running this. So it's going to actually find CodeSignal.com, and it's going to write that in there, and then it's going to sort by that. The .com doesn't really matter because we've already kind of sorted that out, that first section here. So you can see CodeSignal comes before MySQL, so it's sorted up there. And then it does the same thing with the third one. So it's going to, in this case, since there's only one period in the original host name, but we added those 3 at the beginning, it's going to put a period and then CodeSignal.com. For this one, it's got 3 domains, so it's going to put those 3 domains for the last section. And that's what it's ordered by. So it's going to order first by the last domain, then second to last, and then the third to last, if there is one. And that's how you can do it. So let's take this out and run the test. And you can see that works. So I hope you guys are able to see how you can extract coming from the end here and taking out the first domain and then the second domain and so on, so you can sort kind of going from those domains going from right to left. All right, hope you guys join me for future videos. Thank you very much.